Okay. I think at the base level, this roster's good to go. We still have to decide major league roster, stuff like that. But in terms of what positions players are going to be playing, I think we're good. So let's talk about the team. Catcher, we're going to run with Kaiser. He is an unbelievable defensive catcher, and he was great in the playoffs. So he's earned the chance. We'll run with Kaiser and Bonilla. Brandon Ramirez will be down in AAA with Ronald Acevedo. Gallo will just have to bring in a... actually, we can do that now. Let's wait, because certain trades have to be made. But Gallo will be in AA with somebody else. First base. Chunky, for the moment, is still here. We'll see for how much longer. He was very disappointing in the playoffs. But yeah, man, the talent that we have at first, oh my God. It'll be Aldo Herrera and Carlo Portillo in triple. And Rodriguez and Jim Swift in double. Wendell McDaniel can stick around in single. Second base is Forrest Fleming. Chester Jacobson didn't really stick at first base. So we're going to put him back at second. Shout out to Leroy for the 29 months on the primer. Leroy, welcome back. Thank you for that. How are you tonight? We're going to move out Jacobson so he doesn't start to decline. Beckett Whiteley, I think as well, we're going to look to move him out and try to cash in on whatever value he might have now. I feel like is a decent way to go because Forrest Fleming is the guy at second base. Third base, from left field to third, a 98 overall for Dwight Simons. And again, I kind of feel like he's a pretty good fit there anyway, from his defensive standpoint. Shortstop, Jackson Holiday, also back to the infield from the outfield, but it does mean we're going to get rid of a couple of shortstops. Karnitz, we've had him in the outfield. We've had him in the infield. He's just the odd man out with some of the talent that we have on the team. He's just the odd man out. I mean, like, technically you could put him at, like, first base or whatever, but I like him for the fact he's a switch hitter. But, yeah, I think he's probably going to go. And Lurch as well. 18 on the primer. Lurch. Thank you. I was trying to think of something funny to say. I couldn't. Thank you very much for the resub, though, man. I appreciate it. Hope you were doing well. Left field, new boy Murray Sampson. There is an argument as to whether or not it's the right decision to keep Sampson and move on from like Karnitz, Hawley, Jacobson. But we did just sign Murray, and I think he could be a pretty good player for us. Former All-Star as well. He's got a couple of quirks that the others simply do not have. Well, Jacobson has Road Warrior and Rally Monkey, but yeah. So there's an argument. I technically could move Sampson, who we did just sign. Like, I won't get in trouble for it, but he is on a pretty nice contract. There's an argument. I might reconsider a couple of things. We'll see. Center field, though, Omar Rodriguez from shortstop to center just has a cannon of an arm. Very beneficial to have that in center field. And then right field, of course, is still Alexis Alonso. Jeff Ullman, we know, is going to get traded. I should have traded him last year. So, couple of dudes that are going to be on the move. Yeah, the biggest thing is just now second-guessing myself a little bit about Murray Sampson. Karnitz is beneficial because he's a switch hitter, but the other guy... Yeah, he's a better fielder than Sampson. Sampson's a better hitter. And then Jacobson and Sampson are pretty close. Sampson's at least a switch hitter. So, in terms of the pitching, we do have to consider this as well. Robert Fitzgerald's ready to go. Shannon Blanton, Steven Karnitz, Nick Molina, Jarvis Ramirez. All of these guys are good to go. Sampson has to be DH. Not necessarily. There is an argument to keeping Karnitz or Jacobson as the DH, in which case I'd probably keep Karnitz. So, I mean, there's an argument there. at the very least. Maybe that is the way that we hold on the Carnets. Have him play left field, have Samson be the DH. That might be the way that he stays. It might be. How good is Carnets in left? Alden, how good are you in left? And 80. And technically, we could have Carnets play left, Samson play DH. We'll see, because I was going to check the free agent list. We also don't know what players are coming back in any potential trades. Yeah, looking at this pitching staff, we got some moves to make. We do. Jarvis Ramirez, he's got to go. Nick Molina's fine. Carnets needs to go as well. Blanton, we'll see about the others. And then in terms of relievers, you got Mike Roth, Mackenzie Nathan, Oswaldo Oliva, Jason Hooper, Doug Guerrero, Chris Karowski. We'll see. More people are going to have to go. And then the starters. Sean Newcomb is also major league caliber. We'll probably trade him just to make sure we still have space for the others. So that is a decent amount of players already that I need to try to make space for, which is not easy, to say the least. Shout out to Shane McClanahan. God damn, people mentioned like, oh my God, his arm, like, what's his health going to be? And then like the next day he fucking had his arm explode. Is there a veteran free agent, like a power hitter, where it would make sense to have them as the DH? And the answer appears to be no. Spencer Steer doesn't have crazy power at this point. Jimenez, Lee, Edouard Julien. Yeah, that doesn't really seem to exist. Jordan's out there, but his power against lefties has totally fallen off. Dalton Varsho. I don't think we're going to get that crazy power-hitting veteran anymore. I was hoping there'd be like a Pete Alonso type, or even Tatis still having good power at the plate, but that doesn't look to be the case. So let's pull off these other trades. We'll see who ends up being involved in the returns, and then that might help us make a more informed decision. So we are looking to move on from Blanton, Ramirez, and Carnets. And we would like to see what we can get for this trio in terms of prospects. I mean, they're three, like, solid major league level pitchers. None of them are going to be anything special. I mean, unless they just, like, overperform their overall. But we got to see what's out there. This should help us clear up some cap space, too. That's another element to this, is we are very much close to the cap. Well, our budget, I should say. Consider it cap, you know. But, yeah, we'll see how long it takes for this to load. Traded Vladdy at the deadline, and now he's signed with the Tigers. Dude, the Cubs have been our Dodgers in this timeline. It's been ridiculous. Oh, it takes forever to load still. I know it's trying to cycle through a lot of information, but oh my God. Well, chat, give me something else to talk about while we wait for this. Oh, man. One of these days, this trade will go through, right? It's not even a trade right now. It's just exploring options. Fun fact, you could do this on the Switch port, and it'll just, like, blow up your system. The game will freeze or crash every time. Like, the Switch cannot handle the processing. And apparently an Xbox can barely handle the processing as well. Top hat, the word is apparently, like, only one of them. Best color sticky note. Ooh. Green. Let's go with green. All right, let's see. We got 1B potential guy from the Yankees. All right, we got multiple. 21B and a 62. 19B and a 54 from Tampa. 18B and a 54 from Toronto. 20A and a 58 from the White Sox. All right. 20A and a 58. Ooh, yeah, 20A and a 58 still better. Anybody else? Holy shit, double A's. Lower overalls, but man, we can afford to take on the projects right now. Rangers offering up 2 A prospects in the same trade. Even if, oh shit, but the Nats are actually offering a good player. Wasn't from the A's, it was from the Rangers. 19A to 50, 19A and a 52. Nats offering 18A and a 61. Mario Mendoza. It's got to be that guy. It's got to be. We take the quality over the quantity. Mario Mendoza for Shannon Blanton, Jarvis Ramirez, and Steven Karnitz. They have a bullpen now, but they don't have who is probably their best pitching prospect. He's got a ways to go, but yeah, no, we'll take a first-round pick from this past year. Thank you very much. Let me go save really quickly. Let me go save really quickly in case this does ultimately freeze when we look for these trade offers, because that could easily happen, as we know with this particular game. All right, back to the trades. We need starting pitcher Sean Newcomb with second baseman Chester Jacobson and Beckett Whiteley. Sorry, Beckett, you're just not going to make it. And then Jacobson, fine player. There's just better players ahead of him. That's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. And that loaded a bit more quickly. Red Sox offering 2 very good prospects, Ramirez and Sparbori. So 18A and a 71. Jesus. I mean, in fairness, at least I'm giving up good players here. 18A and a 71. Can anybody top that? I can't imagine. I cannot imagine that being topped. That's the deal with the Red Sox, easily. So starting pitcher Norman Sparbori, who I'll actually feel better about as a reliever because of his low stam. And then Mario Ramirez. First base is perfect. He's a bit too slow to play corner outfield for my liking. But that is a done deal with the Red Sox. Thank you very, very much. Again, we're just treating this franchise. No rules. Do what we got to do to try to win, to figure out the ins and outs of this particular mode. And it's working out relatively well so far. So then the last choice comes down to whether or not Karnitz is getting dealt. I need to at least see what would be up for grabs here. We would play Karnitz in left if he stayed. It's him, John Hawley, and Jeff Ullman. $10 million of salary going out. If the offers are good enough, Karnitz is going. You know, we'll deal with whoever being DH. I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, I think that Ramirez guy was like 17th or something like that to the Red Sox last year. A couple of B's. Again, we are A potential hunting. 24A and a 69. 21A and a 72 from the Angels. 21A and a 72. Giants offering something similar with a 22B and a 68. It's the Angels deal. It's the Angels deal. 20th to be exact. There you go. Thank you for checking, by the way. So Richard, I think we got to take this, man. Like, Karnitz, not a bad player at all. You get another A potential prospect, you got to do it. So Richard Schroth is god-awful. He is god-awful. God-awful. But we'll still take him. Kevin Salazar. God, also not quite what I'm looking for. But then Estevan Santiago, he's still got some developing to do. But yeah, we'll take him. So Karnitz, Holly, and Ullman out to the Angels. Done deal. Done deal. So then we had Richard Schroth. His defense was terrible. So we'll also try to train him up at first base. And then you trying to say sloth while eating a peanut butter and chili sandwich. And then we have Salazar, who also heading to first base, buddy. You cannot field worth a damn. So that gives us a little bit of a better idea of what this team's going to be. Let's go find a double-A catcher. Just a god-awful player below a 53. I was hoping there'd be somebody real out there. Let's go with Ted Gaucho. Old 33 overall, or Todd Gaucho. I even got your name wrong. You know what? You are so irrelevant, Todd, that, you know what? You're so lucky I even signed you. Your name is Ted now. Your name's Ted. Enjoy being Ted. And you are going down to double-A. First base. We do still need a backup first baseman. Obviously, we got a lot of dudes here that we're trying to train up. But some of them are terrible. Who's out there for veteran first baseman? Pasquantino's still there. Bob Melendez. Ryan Ward. Vladdy at age 35. Down to a 64. So there you go, Jays fans. Be happy that Vladdy's going to leave because he's cooked. Congratulations. He's going to be cooked by age 35. Bryce Harper's down there at age 42. God, do we sign Bryce Harper at 42 or Vladdy at age 35? I think we go with Harper. Right? Let's go with 42-year-old Bryce Harper. I'm down for that. He's cooked IRL. Oof. All right. So Schroth, you're terrible. Swift, you're not much better. McDaniel as well. Bryce Harper, welcome back to a major league roster, buddy. They're going to come back at age 42. Insanity. Oh boy, what are we going to do here? Honestly, there is an argument to just have it be Aldo. There is an argument. Just because we have so many A potential guys, it's ridiculous. Shit. Yeah, we have so many A potential dudes already. Harper is funny. I want to make sure those A potentials are the starters. That's the issue. Easiest way to do that is to call up Aldo. And then we want Darren Rodriguez to be a starter as well. Fuck, I think we might actually have to let go of Bryce. Harper's an A potential player. He sure is. And his regression didn't stop. Yeah, we ended up with so many guys that are best at first base. I mean, technically, well, player manager Bryce Harper. Yeah. I don't know what we're going to do with Bryce now. Son of a bitch. So double-A, double-A. Honestly, it's just going to be an is what it is situation, I think. Like, we'll just have 3 first basemen and triple, and then hopefully people play DH. Have I tried any of the out-of-park games? Not a ton. I do need to do that eventually. Yeah, honestly, we'll just leave that as it is. It's fine. Second base, we got Fleming. Is there a better... I don't think there was, right? A better second baseman? It was like Lee. Lee, Colt Keith, Andreas Jimenez. Jimenez wouldn't be too bad as a depth fielding first, second baseman. That's not too bad. Cooper Bowman out there. You like Jazz? We could stop Jazz. Honestly, I kind of like the idea of signing the veterans and stopping them from retiring in like pure obscurity. Let's bring in Jazz to play second base as a backup behind Forrest Fleming. Why not? I mean, the smart move would be someone like Lee or Jimenez, just because Jimenez is an amazing defensive player. Fuck it. Let's. Oof! Wow, Jimenez still wants money. So does Jazz. In fairness, come on, Jazz, take the deal. Thank you. All right, so second base is Fleming and Jazz. We got Mark Valley in triple with Tim Tebow, who continues to just bounce around all over the place. And then double A, Juan Ramirez at second. And Milt Sanchez, we might as well just try to get him some playing time. We'll have Roush down in single. Third base, of course, we got Simons. We want Nair as the AAA starter. Walker can be down in double A. All right, let's get a backup third baseman here as well at the major league level. Give me a veteran who's really good defensively. Trey Lipscomb's not that bad. Brian Hayes, has his fucking arm fallen off? Alec Bohm. Aaron Shunk. I'll go for Orelvis Martinez. He wants too much money. Never mind. He wants too much money. Brian Hayes, I mean, your arm's practically fallen off, but you're a depth player, so it's fine. Have you at the major league level. We won't say that we need a AAA first baseman because we have the extra, or a third baseman because we have the extra there. So we just need a AA first baseman below a third baseman below a 63 overall. So who's down here is a veteran, 42-year-old Jose Ramirez. Let's go. 42-year-old Jose Ramirez down to AA with you. Hopefully you don't take time away from Walker. Shortstops, Jackson Holiday. We'll see if there's anybody better than Brian Acuna to be the depth shortstop. Brooks Lee, Willie Castro, Jose Caballero, Anthony Volpe. Okay, we know who our guy is. We can easily have Acuna as the backup there. That works for me. All right, so shortstop, Brian Acuna. Welcome back to the 40, man. So we need a backup for Fulton and two AA shortstops. So backup for Fulton, so somebody below a 71. You got Taylor Walls at age 38. Jeremy Pena. Leover Peguero, Freddie Zamora. Will Wilson. 40-year-old Carlos Correa. Let's go. 39-year-old Willie Adames. Holy shit. And gotta find Tim Anderson and offer him a contract without informing Jose. And 40-year-old Corey Seager. There we go. There we go. So Correa, DFA. We're gonna send you down to AAA. Adames, DFA. Send you down to AA. Seager, DFA. Send you down to AA. The outfield should not be an issue. We have a lot of people here. So Kretlow, you're going down to triple. Rincon, you're going to double. Perez, you're going to double. Cutliff can stay in single. Center field's obviously, again, a little bit thin. Fourth choice outfielder. We can go with Kevin Black. Why not? Former should-be number 1 overall pick, they said. And Randy Rocker will put in double. It's 1, 2. We want Riley in there as number 3. Let's get a 70 overall center fielder for AAA. We could just bring back Elijah Green. There's also Dalton Varsho. We'll go for Dalton Varsho. I can't believe how much money he still wants, but whatever, we'll sign him. We got the money to do it. Varsho, DFA, you're going down to AAA, buddy. Again, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. AA is 1, 2, 3. Honestly, 4 with Cutliff. That's fine. Fine by me. And then for the pitchers. Oh, God. So, Nick Molina, it's kind of make or break for you right now. This is always the fun one to figure out, is what the hell is the pitching going to look like? Because, good Lord, do we have the talent to fill out a Major League roster? It's just, out of all this talent, who's actually going to make it? And that is a lovely, lovely question to ask myself right now. And starting pitchers, that's looking okay. Fernandez in triple. Call up a bunch of these dudes to AAA. And then AA for these guys, including Frank Lima. Mendoza down to single. All right, we have to get rid of 6 players off of this Major League roster. And I'm sorry, but one of them has to be Bryce Harper. Well, no, it doesn't. It's fine. He'd be the easy one. If once the waivers go through, it might actually look a bit easier. There's the last 2 trades we pulled off. So we will still have room to make changes to the team if need be, if we think that'll get us over the hump. But it didn't last year. Adding at the deadline's done nothing for us. Yeah, we still got to get rid of 6 dudes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pitchers. I mean, so in theory, we got to get rid of 1 pitcher. It's not going to be any of the big 3. So Cairo, Arturo, Davies, or Lonnie Herrera. Cairo is the oldest of the bunch. He has been a playoff gem for the most part. So I can't imagine it's going to be him. So it's going to be Arturo, Davies, or Herrera that gets dealt. I think Herrera is safe by way of being an A potential. So we're looking at Arturo or Davies. 78 stamina for Arturo. Good velocity. Hits and Ks, nothing special. Davies, they are very similar players. They are very similar players. Arturo's a bit better. Now, Arturo did have a 4.41 ERA last year. So let's hope I don't make a mistake by keeping Arturo. Davies, though, was the guy who just dropped to a B from an A, right? So there's a chance he could go back to an A potential. So maybe it is Arturo that gets dealt. And then for the relievers. Darren Drake can definitely go. That's an easy one. And Mike Roth as well. That's another easy one. Wonder if the 18 pitchers might be a part of the issue. Maybe, but damn it, we like good pitching. It's a shame I can never find it. So Arturo, Roth, and Drake. If we were to pair these guys together, what can we get? Give me another first-round pick, baby. Oh, man. Look, it's not my fault. Most of the best players we've been able to draft have been pitchers, okay? It's not my fault. Gene Snitsky, 2004. 2004. Oh, these take so long to load. There we go. That's all I got to do is complain, and then they'll pop right up. So a couple of Bs from Baltimore. Not bad at all, but again, we are A potential hunting with what we're giving up. 24A and a 69 from the Blue Jays. 20A and a 58 from the White Sox. 24A and a 71 from the Angels. 20A and a 55. 19A and a 50. Honestly, not getting as good of an offer as I was hoping. 24A and a 69 for Blankenship. 23A and a 65 for Haynes. Yeah, we didn't quite get as good of an offer as I was hoping. I'm being honest. So 20B and a 71 with the Blue Jays offer. 22B and a 74 with the White Sox offer. 22B and a 77, but to be honest, he's too good. Surprised we weren't able to get a double-A offer for this particular trade. 24A and a 69. The 19B and 64, Ken Cortez. Brewer's offer for Blankenship isn't too bad. He is just way too slow, though. Third baseman, maybe. Haynes isn't good enough. Honestly, it's not a bad offer from the Padres. 3B potential guys. But in terms of a really solid A potential, it's not quite there. Definitely not quite finding the deal that I wanted. This Blue Jays offer isn't god-awful, except that Ton Moffitt has a noodle arm at catcher. Absolute noodle arm. Aguero's not bad. Ramirez and Gutierrez from the White Sox, I think, is the one. I think that's the one. And we'll still have... I think we'll still have another deal here. Problem is, Gutierrez cannot field at all. You know what that means. Number one, we're taking that deal because whatever. We got to get something for those guys. Where's Ramirez at? Frank Ramirez, you are going to reliever. And Mr. Gutierrez, because you can't field worth a damn, you're also in the hunt at first base. Oh my God, at least he has 91 durability. It's true, he won't get hurt. Yeah, Gutierrez, you're going down to single A, buddy. You are so bad. He is just future trade bait, let's be honest. In case we need it, he's future trade bait. That's all he is. That is all he is. And that's fine. Sometimes you need some good trade bait on the team, you know? Sometimes you just need some good trade bait on the team. Warriors, 78 months. Congrats on a big Kings win. Even bigger Bruins loss, let's be honest. The single A matter in terms of player competition. I feel like there's some debate about it. But we also have so many damn players that I'm just not worried about it. But do players develop better if they're in Double A? I would presume they do. But again, we're just in such a position right now that I don't care. 2 days before your birthday. Hey. Happy not birthday yet, fucker. All right, we still got 3 pitchers to get rid of, man, and they're all relievers. So if we're getting rid of 3 more pitchers, we got to start taking age into the question. Ender, we've considered. Nathan's obviously still promising. Oliva's definitely out. Oliva's definitely out. I like Hooper in the playoffs. This is tough, man, because I don't want to get rid of Swanger either. He's been good for us, too. But again, if we leave these guys in AAA, there's a chance their potential can regress around this time. So I hate to say it, it's the older A potentials of the bunch. So Mackenzie Nathan is definitely on the outs as well. One more dude has got to go. Or we just take the risk on Nick Molina being in AAA for the year, which honestly I think is what I'm going to do. We'll risk him for one more year. It's a risk we can afford to take. So Oliva and Nathan. What can we get? This should be our last deal here before we can finalize this roster. Should be. But this is the wheeling and the dealing that, of course, I am very much looking to avoid in subsequent series. Very much so. Yeah, maybe we do just need to say fuck it and win the thing. As they say. Who's they? I don't know, but they say it. They do say it. Am I going to do an F1 night for your birthday? Slightly joking. I know it's a no. Probably a no. Although I feel bad about it. Fingers crossed the F125 game, which should be coming out in the next couple months, isn't hot trash garbage, though. I'd like that game to not be hot trash garbage. That would be sweet. Hello, Elton Ramirez. Switch hitting Elton Ramirez. That's a risk having him be a depth option, though. Any A potential options here? 22A and a 63. I mean, he's terrible. And then there's Del Pear. What a great name. 24A and a 69. Ton Moffitt. I might just have to take on Ton Moffitt here. 24A and a 71. Ibar. Okay, Angels. 19A and a 50. Boone Adams. Oh, my God. I can't take another first baseman. 24A and a 71 from the Angels for Ibar. 20A and a 55 for Mark Creech. He can't field. 19A to 50, Clifford Hernandez. He can't field. Oh, shit. 19A to 51, Cortez. 23A and a 65, Jackson Kern. Definitely not getting any of the high A's. Darren Blankenship. Not great. Miles Hewitt and Ken Cortez. At least Hewitt can defend behind home plate. Honestly, we'll take Cortez and Hewitt. That works. Done deal with Milwaukee. Okay. We should be good. So, Hewitt in AAA. Let's drop him down to double. Hello? Drop him down to double, please. Thank you. So Ramirez in triple, Acevedo behind him, Hewitt in double. Gallo will send down to single, so old Ted Gaucho can be his backup. Would Cap be the reason for not getting the big prospect? Not necessarily. It can just be the outright value. Okay, we still got Harper there. So many first base prospects. We need these guys to develop their fielding a little bit. Second base is good. Good-ish. Honestly, let's drop Hewitt down to single as well. That's a lie. Actually, we don't have as many catchers as I thought. Again, first base, we got the trio in AAA. That's fine. What was it about second base? Kind of caught my eye here. Valley and Tebow. Oh, that's what it was. Juan Ramirez really should be the AAA starter. Drop Valley down to double because we don't really care about him too much. Tebow is the AAA backup. It was right here. Milt Sanchez. Fuck it. We'll swap you with Michael Rausch. Third base. Didn't need the extra and triple. 2 and double are fine. Devils, what's up? How are ya? Got the veterans. All right, so for the pitchers now, we just got to solve AAA and double. How many starters do we have in triple? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3. Cortez, you're not supposed to be there. Hey, Devs, I'm doing good. Okay, good. Starting pitchers are nice, too. So, yeah, literally, it's just one AAA pitcher's got to go down. And it's going to be Hester. Yeah, it's going to be Hester. And then one AA pitcher is going to go down. And that's going to be Isaiah Harmon. Bam! Roster is good. We put the air quotes on that because what even is good? We can win 111 games in a season. We can be first ranked in pitching and power and overall and second in contact and all of this. And it still might not matter. Is the unfortunate reality of the situation. Our rotation is now Copeland, Ullman, Dixon, Cairo, and Davies. Devils, that sounds awful, but also better than the alternative of having to deal with it. Back to the injury talk. Let's go. Lonnie Herrera is the long reliever. Then you got Guerrero, Hooper, Fitzgerald, Swanger, Silva, and Karowski. So we have a 5-time Cy Young winner as our new ace. We have a 3-time reliever of the year as our closer. Come on. And then lineup-wise, Alonso, Holiday, Simons, Sampson, Harris, Fleming, Rodriguez, Mr. Black, and Angelo Bonilla. And against the lefties, wow, Bonilla's just outright in over Kaiser. Brian Hayes is in against DH. Wow. How late do I normally stream? Pretty late, Brad. Pretty late. At least for East Coast time. So the bench is nothing special. This lineup, the big three of Alonso, Holiday, and Simons, it's up to them to not let themselves down in terms of living up to the potential, right? Like, it is up to this team now to do what they have to do. We have, I mean, look at this. This is what happens, by the way, when you don't implement house rules and you just have free trading and all of that. My God, I'm the uber capitalist, except I can't win. I can get all the assets in the world and hoard them. Doesn't mean I can win. Doesn't mean I can win, of course. But fingers crossed we actually can this season.